Hello sports fans and welcome to another edition of the Pioneer Sports Preview. I'm Greg Buckner, once again joined by Dane Pavlowski. Looking at this week's slate of prep football games, got two nice big games coming up here. After this week we had Chippewa Hill still undefeated taking down Bay City John Glenn. This sets up a matchup with Newaygo this week at Newaygo. Newaygo just handed Reed City their first regular season loss since 2010 this past Friday. Looking at this game, this is going to be a big early season test to see who's going to come out of that CSA Gold Division. Just what kind of test is that going to be for the Warriors? They're heading on the road to take on a tough Newaygo team.
It's gonna be a war for the Warriors. And like you said, first regular season loss in so long for Reed City. And Newaygo's kind of been doing it all year. They've really been kind of putting the boots to people. And but Chip on the other side, their defense has really been getting them some wins. But man, this is, like you said, some serious postseason implications coming here. But it's gonna be a good one. Newaygo's got the defense. They held Reed City, that potent rushing attack, to under 200 yards rushing and total yards last week. And then for Chip, you have that kind of hybrid, just high-powered offense where Hunter Conley last week went for over 130 through the air and on the ground at the quarterback position. So they have a lot of weapons on offense. They can do a lot of different things. They can throw the ball. They can run the ball. And Newaygo, they can defend everything they've shown so far. So this is really a great matchup. I was looking at the scoring for these two teams this season. Newaygo has scored 101 points. They've allowed 21. Chippewa Hills has scored 93 points. They've allowed 21. This is a mirror match going on. It's going to be a good one, and it could really go either way.
Yeah, like I said, I think if you like defense,
this
is going to be your game for the week. And the biggest thing I think is just looking at that offensive matchup with Newaygo and Chip Hills. Chip Hills has the athletes. They've had moments, like you said, they've got the dual threat with Conley, and they've got the passing game, running game going. But sometimes they have their miscues, but I think if that's going to be the one thing that's going to decide this game, it's going to be the offenses, and whichever team can get the big plays. And looking at this one, I think I'm going to have to go with Newaygo, but I do think Chip's going to make this a good game, and this is going to be a game where it's going to be one or two big plays that are going to end up deciding it. So your thoughts on this one?
I'm right there with you. Chip, as kind of the local team, I'd love to see the Warriors go out. It's going to be a great game, like you said, just for a football fan. But on Newaygo, they've proved a little more so far this season. They beat that Reed City squad, and they held that rushing attack in the rain, which, if you're Monty Price and the Reed City Coyotes, when it starts raining, you should be thinking, oh man, this is our game.
That's their game.
But, so that's impressive. Newaygo, I think, will get it. But like you said, I think the Warriors are going to make it very interesting on Friday.
Definitely. Moving on, talking of the Coyotes, coming back this week, got Calvin Christian coming in. Just what do they need to do to get back on track? Put that one behind them, because obviously this is not a team that's used to losing in the regular season. So what's the big challenge there to move on this week?
Well, like you said, they're not used to losing. And some of these kids, especially that three-headed backfield we talked about with Andre Jones, Colin Hatfield, and John Green, those kids haven't lost a lot of games. So that might be getting in their head. But, man, if somebody's going to get them turned around, it's going to be Monty Price. And if they can get back to their offense and just say, guys, don't worry about it. Like you said, put it behind us. That it happens. You're going to lose games sometimes. But, this could be a huge week for the Coyotes scoring-wise. They might come out just no holds barred, just go nuts, come right back from that game. Or maybe there'll be a little bit of a hangover there. But, with that program and those running backs, I think they go right back to what they were doing, running that wing T offense. And I think they put up some huge numbers this week coming back off that loss.
I think they're going to come out angry after losing last week, especially to Newaygo, a team that they've got a real deep history with, especially the last few years. And I think they're really going to want to come out and put that one behind them. I do think Calvin Christian is going to, unfortunately, take the brunt of that, but I do believe that that's going to be a game where they're going to come out and reestablish themselves. Because, like I said, losing to Newaygo's no bad feat.
No.
It's a tough team, but that's especially one the Coyotes definitely wanted to get. I think they're going to be ready to go to get back in action this week. Alrighty, folks. Well, thank you for joining us for another edition of the Pioneer Sports Preview. Remember, you can log on to www.bigrapidsnews.com, or you can pick up a print edition of the Pioneer every day. And now here are a few more of our prep picks for the high school football slate this week.